Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. This is April 27th, 2020. Yeah, 2020. Wow. I remember when I was growing up, I never even thought we'd make it past 2000, but here we are 20 years past that already. Isn't that something? All right. I hope the wind's not drowning me out too badly. I'm out here by the shipping containers because I spent some time in here because we had wind all day today. Temperatures around 86, but the wind was blowing pretty good. So I got my lofts done up there. Both sides, the little side shells. I've got an opening in the center so I can get up from both front side and back side of both of the lofts. And I got some stuff up there off of the ground. So there's a lot of openings on both sides now. This table saw will be coming out of here, and that bender, brake, and shear will be coming out of here because those are tools that belong in the shop. And I'll be getting some more of this done. Now, for those of you who do think about shipping containers for storage like I've got here, I'll give you a little bit of advice. When you're thinking about putting an overhead loft in like this one, well, if you use the 2x4 hangers like I did, the ones that don't have the outside wings, you have to put the screws on the inside. Well, 92.25-inch studs fit perfectly from the high point of the siding to the high point of the siding on the opposite side. 92.25 slides right in. No cutting, no modifications. Buy your 92.25, drop them right in there. Put a skip every other extrusion or bend, the inside bend, and that's 2 foot, 4 foot. So you can put a 4x8 sheet of OSB up there or plywood or whatever, and you get a great storage area above. Or you could just turn that into an attic space if you were planning on moving in and living in the thing. But, you know, that's a low ceiling, so you'd have to raise it up a little bit more. But I got my ladder in there already so I can get up and down to put things up and take things down. And I'll be moving things around in here once I get a little bit more space and a little bit more comfort to move things. So anyway, this is going to end up being a container just for food storage and long-term storage and cooking utensils. I used to cook and had a little restaurant at one point, and I've got a lot of cooking equipment here. And I did outdoor barbecues and catering and things like that in my past. So I do have a lot of big pots and pans, and I've got deep fryers for turkeys, things like that. But not doing that stuff anymore, so I'll probably be getting rid of some of this stuff down the line. I'm planning on sooner or later, once my garden really kicks off, I'll be having a little stand, a fruit stand down at the end of the road, and I'll be selling produce, and I'll also sell some of this, some of these cooking utensils off. Now, those big buckets there, that's my beer making and wine making equipment. So, and the same thing, what's inside the box there. And a little frustrated today because I knocked a box off the shelf, and it happened to have my hydrometer in there that tells me the pH of the beer when I'm cooking the beer, and it broke it. So I'm going to have to buy another one of those before I make my next batch of beer. You also see up there on a shelf, Mr. Beer. I did use that one a couple of times to make some beer. Real easy to do. You just boil the water and put the wort in there and then pour it into the Mr. Beer and then let it sit for the period of time that it says. And next thing you know, you've got beer. Well, I still like it the old-fashioned way, and down the line, I'm going to have to see if I can grow some hops and barley out here, because I do like making my own beer, and I do like drinking my own beer. All right, so let's move on. Look at my volunteer pea plant. It has 4 big flowers on it right now, 5 big flowers on it, and it's doing pretty healthy. And I haven't done anything to this; it's just growing on its own. But I think I will start watering it and see if I can't get some pea pods off of it. Cool. All right, next down the line, my corn is sprouting in the garden house. Well, we won't go down there because we'll give it a few more days or maybe even a week, and then I'll show you how everything is coming up in there. Andy left today. He had other commitments, other responsibilities he has to take care of, so he's gone. And I'm going to be making Parmesan pork chops tonight. That was what we were going to have for dinner tonight, because I thought he was staying an extra day till tomorrow. But he did leave today right after breakfast. He used my dump station over by the outhouse, and that worked out pretty good. So I know that thing works. And I had to move the mulberry trees up against the wall there yesterday because the wind blew them over. These winds have been the weather has been really weird this whole year. But it's calming down now. So just wanted to cover all of that stuff and let you know how things are going out here. Chickens are doing great. Went out there and Nellie and Brewster got used to their new hen house. Because Brewster was the first one out this morning as soon as I opened the door. Of course, he woke up Andy early because Andy parked right over here, real close to the hen house, and Brewster went off starting about 5 a.m. So I'm sure Andy probably took a nap this afternoon when he got home. Anyway, I'll be getting back to working on the chicken coop and getting the temporary panels pulled and getting the permanent sections put in there, getting the proper locks on the doors and that stuff, and getting the roll roofing on the second part of the coop, because the little chicks are growing fast, and won't be long they'll be all sharing the one big coop together. So I've got to get things put together here, and I got things to clean up, and we'll see how that all comes out. Anyway, this is G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there, please. Oh, and before I sign off, one other thing, I want to do a shout out. A couple that I know that have started their own homestead in another state finally have started doing their own videos of their homestead, and I want to help them along a little bit. They only have a few 14 or 15 subscribers right now, so any of you that would like to stop over there and tell them G-Bear sent you over and subscribe and help them out a little bit. I know with the problems that we're having here with this COVID-19 thing, they're out of work and money's a little tight, so if we can help them get up to that 1,000 mark on subscribers, they can start monetizing and making some money on their videos. So she did her first video, need to rotate her phone to the side like this because she had it straight up and down and it's a narrow video, but she'll get better along the way. So anyway, the address to her channel is, let me bring it up here, Anya's Life in the Desert. And you'll see a young lady there wearing a sort of a cowboy type hat. That's her icon. That's her channel name. So, hey everybody, if you can, go over there, give her a thumbs up, give her a subscribe. She did a little start video for her first video about her chicken coop and all the birds that she's raising out there. And she talks about how she built that thing and added things to it. So go over there, tell her G-Bear sent you, and help her out, please. Thank you, everybody. G-Bear signing off.